Get him right. 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 What you gonna do, son?
Woo! We're back.
This is scary.
I like to catch you off guard.
All right, tell him what's up. Here,
So the last one, we talked about these. All right, new shipment funnels in. These are badass. Explain out what that is. Everyone wants to go
travel
to
funnel.
Where are you going? I'm back in
Put
the
my
frame.
phone up. All right. I'm back. Okay. So it's a travel funnel, right?
Zoom and focus section there, Bobby.
So with the lid on the bottom, put your product in, right? Put it in the rim. Then you screw tight. Travel with it, and then when you're ready, dump in. The cool thing about the new ones is they actually have a key ring slot, so you can clip it to your bag, clip it to your book bag. These are clutch. We get asked about these all the time. So.
All right, and these are the new Core loop shakers. Check these out. This is so key. See that? This is so key. And
Got a blender ball.
the seal in these are amazing. There's so many cheap shakers out here, but listen. Hear that snap?
That was good.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
And hold on, there's a little present in here. A little turbine. All right. Anyway, so these will be on the site within a day. We'll be all our retailers. Let us know if you want some. We'll hook you up. Same style for the nutrition corners. These will be there tomorrow at most of the stores. Of course, never big enough.
Crack yourself up.
Too worried about messing up nothing. Yeah. Anyways. Oh, and hold on. You see it? Now
It's
crush.
extra tight on you.
So these are super thin. They're a different style next level shirt. So Mount Crushmore. See Keystone North Dakota.
Yeah, bro.
That's the small point that most people miss it. So these are our shirts. What are we doing? Like spend $100 on the America site and get one of these shirts for free, or just message below in the comments and we'll pick a couple winners to get free shirts.
I like that.
Yeah.
Comment below.
Comment below. Love Mount Crushmore. And
You got to name all 4 characters.
yeah.
How about that?
What do we got? Uncle Sam, George Washington.
That was part of the.
No. Hold on. There's one. I want to make sure they watch the video. We got
yeah,
it. Abraham Lincoln. And
My thought was different.
Okay. All right. Anyways.
All right. Let's do it with questions. Right? Ready?
All right, we're back. So this is Ask the Boss episode.
21.5. How about that? Hey.
So that's just gonna be so confusing. That would be
it's
either
okay.
part
I
A or
got
part
it.
B.
I got it now. I've messed up so many times.
So would it be 22? So how are we gonna label
no,
this?
it's 21.5. 21 continued or 21.
I would like to do 21A, and this is 21 part B.
Okay. You make the decisions.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So 21 part B. Let's let it rip.
Okay. William Young. As someone at the end of, I think, my first cut. I don't know. Someone at the end of the first cut, what is a good sign that I should start to reverse diet since body fat measurements are so inaccurate and I have no experience of being this lean and no clue of how lean I should get? I think he's like, when is the time to reverse?
Why is he cutting in the first place? Like, what's his end goal? Like, if
that's
I would really
those are
have
the
to.
type of questions
I really have to see how lean he is, how miserable he is. You know, if he's really hating life at this point in time, I think that means it's time to turn around. Especially if you're not doing a competition. You know, there's no real point where you should ever hate life. So
what is a good sign that I should start my reverse diet?
Do you hate life?
Yeah.
That's the question you should ask yourself. FML?
How's your libido?
Do you? Do you FML? I don't know.
Take another sip.
LOL. Let's get this jump going, you know? Know what I'm saying?
Alright, ready? Another one?
You're gonna have to beep that out.
This is what Red, White, and Boom does.
I need to sit. Okay.
Alright, so basically if you hate your life, you should start a reverse diet.
Yes. Okay.
Unless you're competing, you're gonna hate your life, and you gotta finish.
Yeah.
All right, we're just gonna move on.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm glad we can help.
All right. Knicker Foo. All right. Probably been asked a million times, but what are your future competition plans?
I don't know why I paused so long. I don't know. I'd really like to compete again at some point. There's just so much stuff going on in my life. Like I said in the previous episode, with the 2 little kids at home, and all like the 9 stores and the 2 brands and the consulting business and everything else. It's not the right time. It would be a super selfish decision for me to do that. I go too tunnel vision when I get into contest prep, and so it wouldn't be fair to my wife, my kids, my employees. So at this time, I'm just not doing it. I'm still training and dieting. I still think I could step on stage better than I was before. But you know, as you get older too, like the training has to be different. So I have to be mentally strong enough to know that, you know, I might not be deadlifting 585 for 5, 4 weeks out this time around, next time I did. Just because for, safety, and that's a hard thing to deal with mentally, but I still think I could be on stage a better bodybuilder than before. I don't know, it's just not the right time. I'd really like to compete again though. I'd like to compete again though, for sure.
When the time's right.
Yeah.
All right. This is the same guy, also with your business growth. Do you have a specific goal in mind where you feel like you've made it? Be it net worth, market share, revenue, etc. Thoughts on income correlation and happiness? Kind of a loaded question again, but good question, I think.
Let's repeat it.
All right. With your business growth, do you have a specific goal in mind where you feel like you've made it, in quotations? Whether that's net worth, market share, revenue, etc. What are your thoughts on income correlation and happiness?
People who said that money can't buy happiness, I don't think they ever had money, because it certainly can. You can do a lot of cool things with money. I think once you get to a certain point where you're comfortable though, and you really don't worry about money, then I don't think that like all those other little things you can do really make that big a difference. Right. Like, so if you have a nice house, you have your cars under control, you're saving money for your kids, and you're paying your bills, and you pretty much can do what you want to do financially. You have some financial freedom. I'm not saying you're making a ton of money, making millions of dollars a year. I'm just saying you're financially comfortable. I think once you get to that point, I don't think adding another, if you made $1 million a year on top of that, I don't think that would buy a lot more happiness, to be honest with you. Yeah. Because I think there's a lot of stresses in life and relationships and all of that when money is an issue. So I think once you get to a certain point of living comfortably, let's say upper middle class, I think, or maybe even a little bit higher than that, I think the more money doesn't really buy happiness, but to some point it definitely does help. So that's my first point. In terms of do you feel like you made it at a certain point? Like, I still don't feel like we've made it. We have so much more to do. We're not even close to scratching the surface, and I'm really hard on ourselves. So on everybody around me, it's just people around me know that, and I feel like we could be doing so much better as well. I just think it's just the way I am. I just don't like complacency. I always want to see like crazy growth. So we're gonna, keep grinding, and I don't think I'm ever gonna feel like I made it. I think part of feeling like you made it is I think we are starting to and have a lot of respect in the industry for doing things the right way, whether it's from the retail stores, which a lot of people have a tough time opening retail stores and having successful retail stores, or whether it's creating products the right way, the quality that we put into them, the thought we put into them, the ethics that we have in our business, and the integrity that we hold all our employees to. I think we do have a lot of respect in the industry for that. So I feel like in that sense, that means a lot to me. I feel like we've made it a little bit in that sense. But there's no like dollar amount. To be honest with you, I don't even take money out of these businesses really. Most all of it goes right back in to grow the businesses. So I don't feel like we really made it, and I don't really have an actual goal. People say, well, what's your end plan? I don't know if I sold right now. I don't know what I would do. So like I want to continue to grow what we started and continue to expand our team. I don't know if I answered the question.
I thought it was good.
Work.
All right, part-time pilot. How long do you wait to train after your pre-workout meal? If you don't wait long enough, and will it affect your performance, pump, etc.? And when do you fit your stem-based pre-workout and pump supplements in? What's the timeline?
Yeah, so we actually have a big internal debate going on right now. There is 2 people on our team that feel like fasted training is optimal. There's probably 25 people on our team that don't feel that way. But it's an ongoing debate because one of those people is our CMO Kenton, very intelligent. He's got a lot of science to back up his fasted training protocols, and there is definitely some good research out there. I feel like training with food in my stomach is much better. I feel like I train better. I feel like I perform better. I feel like because I perform better, the overall muscle growth is better. And we probably should get some blog posts up about the benefits of fasted training, which I think a lot of people don't fully understand. I'm not a fan of it, just for the record, but there are some benefits to it. But anyways, what was the question again?
Kind of like your timeline.
Okay, yeah.
How long do you wait till you train?
I like to eat something, but I don't like to eat right before I train. So like, I really like, the older I get, the longer period of time I like. So I just had about 110 grams of carbs as my pre-workout. That was already about an hour ago. I probably won't train for an hour and a half. So for me, it's about 2.5 hours. I think ideally an hour and a half, hour 45, 2 hours is really good. So I like to eat, let's say 2 hours before I train, and then I start sipping on my pre-workout. Actually, I like to sip my pre-workout. I don't like a rush of stims all at once. I sip on it for about 45 minutes. Those are usually my most productive 45 minutes of the day, and I'm cranky during that time. So, and then I go train. So I would say eat 2.5 hours before, take core load. 2 hours before, eat core MRP, oatmeal, blueberries, and then an hour and a half and then an hour and a half after that, or an hour and 15 minutes after you eat that, 45 minutes before you train, do your pre-workout.
Then you grow biceps.
And then you grow.
Perfect. All right, J Mason 5, what's your best core stack minus protein, pre-workout, and BCAAs for muscle growth while trying to stay as lean as possible?
Big POPPA stack, no question about it. Alpha Hard 5AT test. I've talked about it a lot. Every time I go on it, I feel not natty. I mean, it's ridiculous. I get stronger every workout. And I've been doing this for 20 years, so it's just, that stack is incredible. So if you haven't tried it, try Alpha Test Hard 5AT for 8 weeks. You know what, we should do a deal. We should do the big POPPA stack deal as a deal of the week. Can we schedule that in next week?
Yeah.
So we have a
How
time.
about we do it in August? Can we do it in August?
No, I want to do it now.
Well, we just launched ABCD and Pump.
No, not like now, like next Monday. Like let's bump next Mondays, we'll push that one back.
Okay.
Let's squeeze it in. We're gonna do the big POPPA stack next week. Let's see. Let's do it like a ridiculous deal on it.
Alright, hold on.
I'm thinking like, so at MAP price, it would be like 110 plus 40, it's 150 plus 25. So you're looking at 175. I think we do crazy for like
120.
Yeah, that was me. It's like a mind meld here. 120 free shipping. We'll throw in a new shaker and a funnel.
You guys heard it first on the video. This better be the best deal we've ever ran.
Wait, hold on. Can we do that?
Sick deals.
Man.
Yeah, we can do that. Okay. I think. We'll get back to you. We'll let you know.
Jeremy's not gonna be able to get his boat now.
Okay. He's also looking forward to load. He's looking forward to your load.
Everyone's looking forward to it.
Alright.
Heard that before.
What's your favorite core product and why? You got
We did that last week.
Yeah.
See episode
19. Was it just the last? I think it was like 2.
maybe 2. 18 or 19. We talked about that.
Oh boy. You ready? Derek Silverman.
How we doing on time?
Ready?
15 minutes.
Could you give us a breakdown of what is considered quality protein in terms of the production process? We hear so many things about cheap source materials from China or other countries. How do we know and make good decisions about buying quality protein or other supplements that won't affect our health in a negative way because of sourcing?
Well,
Also, do you think such companies should disclose to consumers in what facilities the products are made /sourced? Thank you.
So there's a difference between where your product is sourced and where it is made. So that's number one. So I don't necessarily will share. I mean, I'll say like, yeah, we produce in NSF certified facilities, but we've spent a lot of time building that relationship, and I just don't put that out there where our products are necessarily made. I mean, a lot of people in the industry probably know, but we have 3 different manufacturing facilities, and depending on what product it is, I make it in those NSF certified facilities or CGMP certified facilities, and that's number one is having those certs. So whether or not you should disclose the name of the manufacturer, I'm questionable about. I don't really think it matters a lot, but I know we don't necessarily. If somebody emailed me, I'd probably answer it. But the other question is, where are you sourcing the product from? So like the manufacturers are all sourcing it, their materials. Most of the protein, to be honest with you, from reputable brands is coming from like a New Zealand source or like a Milk Specialties. Milk Specialties is the monster, right? So most people know that they're getting protein from Milk Specialties. So I don't know. I mean, should you disclose all that? I think companies should be transparent about it, or at least if you inquire, I would be willing to tell you kind of where we're getting our products. And really, at the end of the day, it's if you're making it in a good facility, like an NSF certified facility, you're going to have the top quality testing on the raws and the finished product as well. So I think that's really important. So there's a lot of different things that go into that. Most protein, I mean, I can't say most because I know what we do, but like, I would never buy protein from China. Like, you don't do that. Amino acids, I would say 99% of the amino acids come from Asia. So I mean, it's like, it is what it is. But that's why you got to have testing. I mean, there's a lot of ingredients. I would say, there's a ton of stuff that comes from China. But if you have good testing coming in on the raws and you have good testing on the finished product, it's all good. You just have to know who to trust, and you have to build the relationships with suppliers.
I mean, you as a consumer definitely can inquire, and then
yeah, sure. We'll decide whether or not we want to tell you the details of what you want, but generally we do.
Yeah. All right.
Like all our amino acids are not, everyone's worried about human hair and duck feather amino acids from China. We use fermented amino acids. It's, that's what we do. So ABC, ABCD, all of those are fermented. So that's something that people worry about, even though the amino acids are the same that come from duck feathers and human hair, then they're fermented. At the end of the day, they're the same chemical content. So I don't know why people get all butthurt about that, but they do. Okay. But we're fermented.
We're fermented. We're natty.
Yeah.
All right, Noah Brooks. This one's for both Doug and Meaty Thighs.
Ooh, Meaty, get a shout out.
What are your future plans with bodybuilding? Any shows or anything planned?
Well, I just answered that, so Meaty.
No plans. I'm a little hurt. Yeah. So I'm trying to recover from an injury. So I was going to compete this year. That kind of ended at the Arnold. So trying to recover right now, but I do plan on recovering from this and competing again. So I kind of have a new goal in my head, which should be like firing on all cylinders.
Physique.
Yeah, firing on all cylinders again, like January of 2018. So that way I can start a rebuilding phase, and then maybe compete 2019 spring. I mean, that's a long
He's getting
shot.
married in the fall of 2018, so he's not going to diet through his. Well, I won't let him diet through.
No, I'm not gonna do a prep. I mean, I'll try to look good for the wedding.
I want you to be meaty. I want the neck to be like the
You can do that too.
There's
You can
meaty
do that.
traps. Sam, I love you.
We can do that.
You're halfway there already, so
Well,
we're good. Love you, Sam.
What was that?
It's you with your meaty neck.
Schmoopy.
Does she watch these?
Oh, totally.
Oh, okay.
She watches them all. All right, moving on. How beneficial is Velocitol for protein uptake? What are the advantages and disadvantages of protein powders with or without it?
So there's really good research right now on showing the increase in protein synthesis when you combine velocitol with whey protein. But the studies on like if you double your velocitol or you double your whey protein, all those are ongoing. So there's more research coming out. It's a really like hot product. Like it's happening now. We were one of the first people to put it on the market with PWO. So it's a very cool ingredient. It definitely helps increase protein synthesis. It's definitely effective. But the question was, what's the like?
How beneficial is it for protein uptake?
I think it's great. I mean, I think there is a real benefit to it, and you'll notice a difference. That's why we put it in our post-workout. So otherwise, I wouldn't have spent the money on a patented ingredient to put in the PWO because it just makes the product more expensive. I think there's a real benefit to it. But like if you're drinking a protein like Core ISO and you don't have velocitol, you're still going to get the benefits of it. It's not like you might as well not even drink protein without it. It's a very new ingredient. So, I think we're going to be learning more and more as time goes on.
How does the glucose disposal supplement work? We've already kind of touched base, right?
We touched on that, and like I said, we're going to have a very detailed write-up about that because a lot of people ask that question. Kenton and I will be working on it. I can't wait for Kenton to geek out over it. Like he loves GDAs. He's really good at the science of GDAs. So I'm excited to put that out. We might even do a video series on GDAs.
All right, with Australia potentially banning DMHA for some stupid reason, will Red, White, and Boom get a reformulation for the Australian market?
So here's a little tip. Just a tip. You know what I'm drinking right now?
Reformulate.
A new version of Red, White, and Boom. Still knocks your socks off without the DMHA. It still tastes delicious, and it's got a really harsh ingredient in there. I'm really excited about it. At the end of the day, though, like the Boom, we can't even keep on the shelves. We're going to keep rolling until that train ends, and then I talking to the Massive Joe's guys, like they don't even know what's going on down there yet. Like it's just still, even though October 1st is the date, like there hasn't been a lot of information come out yet about exactly what's going to happen. So I really don't know, but I'm preparing. Red, White, and Boom has been such a wildly successful product for us. It's our flagship product with our brand. So we're gonna, make sure we have a formula on the shelves, approved, ready to go. When we have to flip the switch, we can go like that. I don't know if I'm going to run 2 different formulas at once, like we do with 4Zs or something like that. Maybe, there is a big demand in Australia, so maybe I'll talk with Joe and figure out if they want us to run it for them. But yeah, so we are working on it. We've got a great formula. It's crazy. The scoop is even bigger than the other one. So I think it's probably like 25 grams or something like that per serving. So it's like a protein scooper. It's ridiculous. With that being said, we got a couple other releases. I know we're running long on this video, but we're not sure about that one. So everyone asks us about Core ZAP. So make sure you put Core ZAP in the title here. So they have to watch all the way to the end to get to this. So Core ZAP,
clickbait it. Yep.
We have samples coming to us. We're thinking of launching it for Core. It might be a limited release. We might do one flavor, and we might launch it, just blow it out, get out. There's been so much demand for it, and I know I've said in the past I've been hesitant to do it, but I think we have an amazing formula. We might even run it just direct on our website. We might give it to some of our best partners like Tiger and Massive Joe's, but we're working on ZAP, and it could be out very quickly. ZAP is our very high stem, pure focus, pre-workout energy compound, or product. The second thing is the Patriots Way for Red, White, and Boom. Over-the-top whey protein, 3 flavors. Yosemite S'mores has real chocolate chips and real marshmallows. So when you drink it in a shaker, the chocolate chips drop to the bottom and the marshmallows float to the top. As a sludge, it's ridiculous. It's awesome. What's the other one? Fortuitous Keepsakes is our Lucky Charms. Has real Lucky Charms marshmallows in it. That's amazing. I'm so excited about that.
Yeah, I think that's.
And then our last one is Double Stuffed. Has tons of cookie chunks in it. So that protein is, because they're so yummy. The protein is 25, the carbs are 5 or 6, and the fats are somewhere around 3 to 4. It's an amazing way, and so our pre-orders are flying in. So we'll have the product in the warehouse Thursday, and we'll be shipping out same day. So Anybody who's watching this, we have it live on the Miracle Labs website, so you can pre-order it. You'll get one of these shirts with it as well. We got some good deals going on. It's an amazing whey protein. I'm really excited about it. Everyone's excited about it. So that'll be dropping into this week. So keep an eye out. Is that it? Is that a wrap?
That's it, I think.
That's it for episode 21, part B, 0.5
Times 3.
times 3.
Yep.
Until next time, keep crushing it.
Another way.